and welcome to Dwellings by Joyful Mondays. My name is Barbara Chumberma. On today's episode, we visit Na at her beautiful loft apartment in Accra. Na walk us through her apartment and tell us about her design choices. Enjoy.
Welcome to my space. I should call it the Adoko. I was talking about that. Once you enter, the first space you come into is the living room. It's quite big, and I think that the collection of furniture complements the large space. It was important that it wasn't too crowded, and so they are sparsely arranged, but I feel like it brings the whole area together. And then the other thing you can't miss is my brick wall. Outside of accent walls that were painted a different color. And initially the whole space was white. But I thought that if I brought in bricks, that should work. And so that's what I did. Got in some real bricks and got it installed. And I feel like it complements the space really, really well. I truly love that. And then I have a dining area that I don't use too often, but I guess the choice of round was because it brought everybody together. If you are at a round table, everybody can touch everybody, unlike when it's a long table, and that's why I chose that. I love candles, and so there you go with the multiple candles. And I feel like I chose the blue mainly because it picks up from the curtains that I've used here. I think it works. That lamp in the corner, I went through my sister's magazine in the UK, my sister-in-law's magazine in the UK, and I saw it, and for some reason I liked it. And the other reason why I liked it was not because of the tripod, but because you can actually lift that lamp, charge it, and take it wherever you're going. So if you're going for camping or anything, you could actually carry that lamp and go away with it. So that's why I like it. Another distinctive thing in this space is this morning table. I love it for the color. I feel like everything in this apartment was determined by the top of this table. It's multiple colors of gray, different shades, some brown, some black. And it works perfectly for here. And the other thing I love about it is this, I'm not even sure what color it is, whether it's green or teal colored legs. It looks very nice here. And that I think complements very well with these chairs as well. It's green in color. Green is my favorite color for obvious reasons. I love plants. And then I have a collection of pots. One of my favorite things here is this ostrich egg that was given to me by my boyfriend. It's many years old, but I love it. I feel like it's a good addition to the table here. And then just to bring this table into focus, I decided to choose a pendant light, but outside of the usual individual hanging pendant lights. And so I chose a fluorescent tube, which still drops anyway and brings the table and the rest of my kitchen into focus. And then the kitchen is nearly a kitchenette, but everything that is required for cooking I have here. I have a cooker, I have a deep freezer, I have a regular fridge, and so I think if you come here and you're hungry, you might find something to eat. And then there's this trolley, right, in this kitchen. I loved it. The moment I saw it, I loved it. It's a bit worn. I remember when I brought it in, that was the comment, isn't that old? But that's perfectly worked with the vibe I wanted to create, right? Something that's a bit oldies, I guess, rustic in nature. And I think that fits the bill perfectly. And I believe I've arranged the things nicely on it. There's a collection of coffee equipment, as you can see. I love coffee. I'm a coffee drinker. I have a grinder. I have a coffee machine that makes coffee for just one person, and of course I have a larger one for everybody else if you come and you want coffee in the morning. And then there's this which is supposed to be a dishwasher. I don't use it that often. If you're an African, you know that using your hand works better, and so it's just decoration, I think. I don't use it that much. I love wine, and so the likely thing you find when you come here is a bottle of wine. I have a small space where I keep the wines at, so yep, red wine any day. I love paintings. I've always loved paintings, and I told this story earlier. My brothers, they can draw. My big brother paints. My younger brother can draw, and I was stuck in the middle there with what I thought was no talent at all. Then my mom said to me, you may not be able to draw, but you know what's nice. And so over the years, that's what I've done, collected things that I think are nice. It doesn't have to get the approval from anybody. If I think it's nice, I would keep. And so over the years, I've collected quite a number of pieces. There's a favorite one of mine, which is an abstract of a saxophone. I love that because of how abstract it is, and I love music, so it's not that surprising. And then I have another one of somebody playing a cello. I think that's what it is. Also an abstract, but you know what you're seeing. And then I think the female body is such a lovely thing. I have the lady carrying a glass of wine using their toes. That made me fall in love with it. Actually, it was one of my residents who did it. Maybe it's a wrong profession to be in medicine. And then there's the one of the lady, the back of the lady, that looks really nice as well. Another one to talk about is this painting on the wall here. My boyfriend calls it Danjuma. I don't know any Danjuma yet, but it's just the ability of one artwork to look at you no matter where you are. I love that. So Danjuma appears to be looking at you when you look at it up front, and from the side it looks as though he's looking at you as well. It looks like you are looking at Danjuma's face, and then it looks like you are looking at Danjuma's profile. So that I love very much. And then I have an art piece by C. Claire. I've had this for many years. And it's a young girl with afro hair sipping on some wine. Just reminded me of myself. And that's why I got it. It's been a number of years now, but it always works. I chose black and white and just a little bit of red because I feel like it complements the brick wall, the white walls. It's a great expanse of wall, isn't it? And then with the cement colored wall as well, I think it works perfectly together. What I wanted was something that's kind of meshed with the floor, but was also conspicuous enough that you notice this is the sitting area. And that's the reason why, even though the bottom rag is gray, I have layered it with something that has more color. And the color from the second rag picks up from my very lovely couch. I love it very much. I think it's mid-century, right? And the choice of blue, I think it was because I'd seen Danjuma, and even though it's black and white, you can see a bit of blue in there. And so I thought the color blue would work perfectly. And I think it does, right? It does. When it comes to my accent chairs, there's this lovely place on the Spintex Road I go to very often. And I saw these. In fact, there was just one left, and that one had been bought by somebody. But I knew that I needed it in my space. And so what I did was to beg for how many weeks. Eventually, the owner of the place decided he was going to import 2 for me. It wouldn't have worked if it was just 1. Together, I think it looks perfect. I love throw pillows. The choice, I think they pick up on all the different colors in the room, and that's why I chose them. Left to me alone, the whole place will be filled with accent pillows, but I'm not sure that's very acceptable. And then I love plants very, very much. In fact, when I think the first set of plants that came to my house as a child, I brought them to the house. And I took care of them until I went to secondary school and back. And over the time, I've always had plants. I get plants from everywhere in the world. When I travel, I smuggle a few plants in. When I'm in Accra and there's a flower fair, I will be there. I know nearly all the flower shops in Accra and a few on the Cape Coast Road as well. So you can imagine, I love plants. Over the years, I've noticed that I'm able to take better care of them. A few will die, you mourn a little and then you move on, you replace it with something else. Even human beings die, we spoke about that earlier as well. One of the things I love most, one of the plants I really like is the black ZZ plant. You need to water it just once a month, and it can be under a bed and it would still grow, so it's easy to handle. The other kind of plants I love very much are cacti. They are easy to handle. It's okay to forget to water them for a while. When you remember, you just water them and they are back to their original beauty. I recently got one that flowers during the day and closes at night. I was very excited about it. But I've always liked standalone walks. For some reason, I don't know, I feel like it's a bit risque. I'm not sure how it's supported. Anyway, that's what I chose for my feature wall, a standalone wall. And what that allowed me to have was a small foyer. I think very simply decorated. It just has a few things that I think are important. I have this wall hanging that says dance to your own rhythm. That's me. I've danced to my own rhythm since I was born, I think. I hear when I was born, I immediately put my thumb in my mouth. Well, I knew what this world was going to give me and I was ready for it. There's a painting there as well of a young lady who's smiling. The reason why I got that painting was because of that broad smile. When you see it, the first thing you do in response to it is to smile as well because of that broad smile. And then a few mirrors just to open up the space. Another thing you see in that little foyer is a console table. Just a collection of things I like. There's a bowl. I got it because I liked the shape. I have some rose petals in from roses I received on Val's Day. Just dried them. It just adds a personal touch to the space. The work I do is basically to take care of cancer patients, and it's not always pleasant. People are nearing the ends of their lives and life is a bit difficult for them. So for me, when I'm coming back home, all I want is no clutter, just clean stuff, and that gives me peace. And that's the thing I love about this apartment, is that when I open the door and I drop my bag, I'm at peace. What happened in the morning, in the afternoon, doesn't matter anymore. I'm just here to relax, have a meal, and that's it. I love the peace I have when I enter this room. One of the things you notice about this space is that it's open, right? Very open. Just a lot of space, and even though there's a wall, it doesn't quite enclose any space within here. And it just allows for free movement. Just having specific things at specific places just gives you an idea of what the space is about. So the living space, you can see where the dining space is without necessarily giving it a wall. And that's one of the things I love about this space. Eventually, I decided to paint this wall cement colored, mainly because I felt like it would complement the brick wall very well. And I think it does that, right? It's a good addition to this space. It works. So this is my little haven. Very small, but enough to house my favorite things. They may not speak back to you when you speak, but they listen. I don't know if you've told your plant to flower soon, or you throw it out and suddenly it flowers. I love it here. I've got a large collection of plants, even in this small space. I love the calatheas. I have it in different colors. You can see they grow and then they die, but they're likely to grow again. I love the monstera, right? So you can see I have the albao, although it doesn't show too well, but some of the leaves are supposed to have white markings in them. I haven't seen any recently, but next time it does, I'll show you. But you can see the other variegated one, the yellow one as well. And that's there. I love it. It's hardy. You don't need anything special to make it grow. Once you see a node, just put a bit of water on it and that's it. It's going to grow. I have a few orchids as well. I have one that is always in bloom. It's white and you can see it's there. While one set of flowers are dying, immediately another would start springing up. And I'm surprised. When I got it, I didn't have much hope, but it seems to be doing very well. And when they flower, you love the space, and it smells good as well. I've had plants for a long time, I said that before, and I just feel like it's something that makes you feel full. There's something about putting something in the soil and waiting. And then whether it's a flower that will come or a new leaf that will come, it's exciting to see new life every day. And that's why I love my plants. And you should see me at work here on Saturday mornings. But it's all for love. And then I have a small garden as well. You can see it downstairs that grows some food crops, if I might say that. So I have vegetables, I have certain spices, and it's just easy to grow, and you can just go downstairs and pick them. I have mint, I have parsley, I have rosemary, I have Brussels sprouts, I have cabbage, cauliflower, broccoli, spinach, and recently I've started growing zucchinis. So we'll wait and see if it would fruit. And then downstairs, you would see another shrub, kind of. And it's a blackberry tree. And over the time, I've picked quite a number of fruits from there. So if you have the space, just put something in the ground. You'll be eating the fruits from there very soon. So thank you very much, dwellings, for coming into my space. I hope you enjoyed yourselves. I certainly did. Thank you.
I really enjoyed this space, and I hope you did too. Please let us know your favorite part about this space in the comment section below. Until next time, bye.